Well, hey there. I'm a little bit surprised you joined us again, but I'm glad you came. This is episode 3 of Monday Mornings with Mitch. I'm your host, Mitch Morse, and I'm always joined by my co host, confidant, and good old buddy, Casey Hahi. Casey, how are you, friend?
I'm doing great, buddy. I'm actually super stoked for episode 3, someone that you and I are both familiar with, and just so happens to be a stud on the football field.
Yeah, dude. Averaging over 17 yards a catch in his NFL career is one of those immaculate statistics you want posted right next to your name. This is going to be none other than Gabriel Davis, a good friend of mine. I spent some time with him in Buffalo, and then all three of us spent some time together in Jacksonville last year. It wasn't what we wanted professionally, especially for Gabe. He came in, got injured, got released. We talk about that, and we also talk about how he ended up back in Buffalo and where his state of mind is, and we also just have a little bit of fun, dude. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode.
I've got a long list of real good reasons for all the things I've done, and regret is just a memory written on my brow, and there's nothing I can do about it now.
Now we welcome our guest, 6'2", undisclosed weight because my mom told me not to ask people's weight. 26-year-old, father of one, friend of many. Please welcome to the show, Gabe Davis. Yeah, dude.
Thank you, baby.
Bud, we can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule back in old Western New York. We'll dive right into it. It's been about 540 days, pal, roughly, give or take a day or two, from when you left Buffalo to when you came back. How does it feel being back in the blue? How does it feel back being in Western New York?
Man, it feels so good, bro. To be with the boys is like again, I love those guys in Jacksonville. Like, it was a great time, great experience. Like, me and you were both there. It was awesome. Was happy to have you with me when I went there, but well, nothing like being with the boys here. I mean, I feel like we just have so much history together, played so much football together, and it was something that needed to happen. I always had a feeling that I'd come back, but I had to go get that money first. I had to
Of course.
get the paper,
Of
but.
course.
To be able to come back and hang out with the guys, I mean, I'm friends with everybody on every single phase. Like, know all the people, front and back. It's just so much fun, bro. It's like, it's crazy to be back. It was like when I first came back, it was like kind of a weird feeling to be back in the building. But then after that first day went by, it was just like every other day. Everybody showed so much love, from the cafeteria people, the janitor, training staff. I mean, it was great. It was great. It was awesome.
Well, it has to be interesting case that, like, when guys would come back, there's that weird, like, because you don't know how to you have history with the guys, right? But it's like this weird. It's hard to explain that weird, like, in between of saying hi, I know you, reintroducing you to kind of everything that's going on, introducing yourself to the new dudes, but also like those new dudes know you have history as well at this place. Just kind of everything going on, and like you attested to, Gabe. Something about Buffalo is just you get to know these people top to bottom, like the equipment staff, the training staff, the janitorial staff, the cafeteria staff, all of them. It's nothing else really going on, and that's not a knock in Buffalo. Like, that's just what goes down, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about that 540 days being gone, coming back to that organization. Is there anything that, like, changed? Was that a little bit crazy to you? Like, for me, I would think organizations go through these ebbs and flows, of course, personnel wise, but also players change, philosophies might change in the organization. Besides the players changing, is there anything that kind of caught you off guard and what was a little bit different that you might not have expected, especially kind of garnering that first stint you had with the Bills?
I mean, dude, no, I mean, it honestly is all pretty much the same. Just going through the schedule and everything, being in the building, it all just felt, normal. Nothing really specifically I thought changed. I feel like, again, you said aside from the players, but I feel like that's kind of what changed, right? I mean, players that you saw that were younger when I was there, even though it's just been a year, like, you see the confidence that builds up into these people. Like, for example, I'll give you like Khalil. Like, Khalil
Yeah.
talking all the time, like, just walks around with this confidence that I'm just so happy to see him kind of evolve into this player that he now is. And like little things, like when he was running routes on air on Sunday, and they were throwing, and he was just catching balls with one hand. I'm like, just the little things like that I pick up on, and I'm just like, he's just in flow state. He's kind of just used to being out there on the field playing at a high level. Because I remember when he was a quiet kid, the quiet player in the back of the room, not saying anything, just doing his job. And now he kind of has this swagger to him. So to see him evolve into the player he is today, it's like it's so crazy to see. And like then we, not only that, the first game, wild, insane,
Oh,
you know,
fuck, nuts, dude.
and to see the boys come back. I mean, guys have played together, but you got a lot of new players, and
Totally.
there's a culture that Buffalo has built there, and they've sustained it. McDermott did a great job with that, and the players. But to see it unfold so quickly that fast, I mean, week one, it's unheard of. And
No, it is.
it was something so special to be a part of, and to see 17 coming off his MVP season, and we're down 40-25 and got people are leaving, and he goes out there and has this just like swagger and confidence about him, bro. You're like, you're gonna win this game.
Well,
And
it's interesting is like, so the big hubbub about all the folks leaving, what was it pretty, like, could you see the kind of the vacancy in the stands from all those folks leaving, or is it like,
I
you just
didn't
kind of,
even know. I wasn't even paying attention until after the game. I looked up and I was like, dang, a lot of people left. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is Bill's Mafia, bro. They're supposed to be here till the end.
That's what
Like,
that's what's the most surprising to me because it's Bill's Mafia. Like that, dude. That's die hard. That's
bro.
through and through. I was shook whenever I watched the game and some people were leaving. I was like, dude,
well, players
that's
gave a
not
little, I
normal.
mean, I think they gave that proverbial jab to the dudes, right? Like, hey man, why don't you stick around next time? The shit's not over. And to your point, like, I've been a part of two of those games, and I've lost both of them. And it's hard to see that happening in the first game. Like to see that maturity, that competitive maturity in that team, it just takes a little bit of doubt, just a little bit, even for your subconscious to be like, okay, this was a great game. We'll chalk it up. Didn't go our way, but they said, "Fuck it, dude. Let's party." And through the point, like even it was just like the good Lord was at work. Dawson tipped that ball, snagged by Keon Coleman. And then it was the forced fumble. We need to turn. I'm sure guys were like, I'm feeling a turnover here. Boom, turnover goes down, right? It's just the little stuff that you really don't see. That poise that this team has in that first game was pretty remarkable. And to Khalil's point, I think a little bit of cheese in the pocket, dude, probably gets you feel a little pep in your step. I mean, a little more confidence in it. I mean, it makes you feel like an old man probably, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, like, every time I tell people, especially, like, when you talk about the old man thing, like, every single receiver in there thinks I've been in the league for, like, 8 or 9 years.
Well,
And, like, I get that literally everywhere I go when I talk to players. And I'm just like, bro, I'm on year 6.
well, you
Like,
look 40,
I'm 20. I'm 26 years old.
going on 40.
Going on 40. I've just been seasoned in this game
Sure.
a long time. It feels like we've been playing a lot of football, dude. Like
Yeah.
19 plus games every year.
Well, it was also the early impact you made, probably too. Like those first few years, just really making that impact. And talking about feeling like an old man, you left Buffalo going into 2024. It's been about a little bit, a year and 3 months probably, but a lot's happened to you professionally and personally, pal. Like you leave, you sign a 3 for 39. Talk about that cheese in the pocket. It's awesome. You got to do that. You have your baby girl. You're now a father to Monroe. Unbelievable. But then you also suffer that season-ending injury, week 10, I believe. You have to go through a pretty tumultuous surgery, have to rehab from that, and then you end up getting cut, and then you end back in Buffalo. Like, that's a lot to happen. Some players don't go through that their whole career, right? You go through that in a year and some change. What perspective has that given you? What is something that you're going to take from that? And, of course, professionally, but maybe in life to put your best foot forward as you navigate this great thing.
Yeah, man. No, it was a lot. It's funny, like someone actually broke it down to me. I didn't even think of it in that way. That going to a new team, leaving a team that I wanted to stay at, number one, and having great relationships with, then having a baby, having to move, having to get adjusted to Jacksonville and the players and the team and the organization. Never being 100% with my knee from the beginning of the season. I mean, I partially tore my PCL in Buffalo the last game of the season. And then I came over. My off season was on and off. It just never felt right. Thinking it was just going to get better over time, and it kind of just lingered the whole time. Never was able to reach my top speeds and really get in and out of breaks like I'm used to, and that tore me down, dude. That tore me down because I felt like, I wanted to prove something to everybody, and I wanted to prove that I was a great receiver in this league, and I deserved what I got. I earned what I was paid, and it killed me. It killed me, man. It was because I just felt like I wasn't that same player with my knee, and I feel like not only with my knee feeling the way it felt, I feel like just my mindset alone kind of even led it to end up worsening and end up me tearing my meniscus and my PCL. But my mom, she always tries to put things in perspective for me, and
As mom do.
exactly. And I have to realize how good of a life that I have, and again, I always talk about this my injury because I think about my brother every single time, because he literally tore his knee 3 times, had 4 knee surgeries, kept going back on the field, and then after he got done with his 4th one, ended up popping his Achilles, and he still kept working, and now he's training MMA, wanting to be in the UFC. Like the fact, like the determination and the commitment that he has to beat himself up, it's like, it's crazy, man. Like I envy him for that, because he's like, a lot of people see me, I'm the big brother, I got all this and that, but like my brother, has been my motivation the past 2 years, to just keep fighting, keep moving forward, no matter how much you feel like it sucks. You just got to keep going. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this again. I couldn't imagine having to go through this again, having to fight back and trying to be myself. And he's proved himself right every single time, that he is where he's supposed to be, and he's tough and relentless. And I just try to bring that into my life the best way that I can.
Well, perspective is a cruel bitch.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a cruel bitch, and it's not something that you inherently have. You got to go through these tough times, and who's to say that, God forbid, that something like this, or maybe even another tough time, presents itself. At least you have that backbone, not only from your personal stuff, but like you said, your brother is, first of all, a tremendous person. He's aged well past his years in perspective, let's just say the least, and to see what he's done in a sport that's very physically and emotionally taxing. He's putting himself out there, especially what he's gone through, just kind of shows the mental fortitude that he's got. And I know that's something that you have too, just getting to know you over these past years. And I think a little bit of that has to come from where you are originatedly from. Let me start that over. I think a little bit of that comes from where you're from, Sanford, Florida. All right. Let's just call that old Central Florida. All right.
Low key.
The dough.
Yeah, the dough.
The dough, which you fucking hate me saying, and I just keep saying it because it just tickles me. I don't know why. I love it. That's where you stay. That's where your baby girl is. It's also where you helped start at least the Draft Academy, which is a cool spot where you can go work out. But it also nurtures young athletes, whether it's youth, high school, college, giving them a place to just be, hang, be themselves, but also if they need some leadership or guidance, not only through weights and training, but also just mentally, you guys provide that. And it's also Central Florida, that being where you went to school, UCF. Between the years of 2017 and 2019, you were a UCF Knight. A lot of cool things happened. You guys raised the proverbial national championship banner in 2017. You guys popped off. And then yourself, your junior year 2019, you had quite a year, over 1,200 yards receiving, 12 touchdown receptions. And actually, weirdly enough, Casey was privy to one of those games, and I'm going to let him take over. A really cool thought, a really cool deal.
I was. And I'm sure you remember this game very well. Your 2019 season, Stanford.
Yep.
Stanford at UCF. I was working for Stanford at the time under David Shaw, and we had quite the visitor before that game. And I'm going to pull up a picture here for you, which we had probably one of the most intense locker room conversations that, I shit you not, I thought Stanford was about to win by 100.
And then what happened?
And this is who showed up in the locker room.
Isn't that nuts,
Tiger
dude?
Woods.
The GOAT.
So Tiger
Home of
was at the
champions.
game, okay, on the sideline, and he was in the back hallway, and he's carrying this backpack, and fortunately, I got a little chance to talk to him for a bit, and I'm like, "What do you got hiding in that backpack?" And he's like, I can't tell you, I can't tell you, I can't tell you. So he goes in, he gives this fiery speech, and he basically just talks about, wearing that home of champions shirt and that Stanford's the home of champions and what it takes to get there and through his injuries and everything like that. And keep in mind, that's the year that he ended up coming back from his injuries and he won the Masters. So he pulls out of the backpack that green jacket, which everybody was going nuts about. Puts it on David Shaw. Coach Shaw is like, yeah, I can't wear this. Like, take it off me, whatever. And he finishes it up. He grabs the jacket and he finishes it up with, now go out there and hit him in the fucking mouth. And I have never seen a team get so through the roof excited to go out and play
And then what
football.
happened?
Oh boy, did you just absolutely dump truck us. 38-7 at halftime. I think, Gabe, you scored the 28th or the fourth touchdown of the, I want to say it was probably the second quarter, to make it 7-28. And then you guys put up 10 more. So 38-7 at halftime. But it was just hilarious because of, someone like Tiger Woods coming to the game, who's a Stanford guy, and, he lived in the area, and then just that saucy locker room speech with the jacket. And I was like, there is no chance we lose this
Just makes
game.
it a little bit sweeter, doesn't it?
Stomped, bro.
Tiger Woods was out there, got mollywopped. I believe old Gabe Davis had about
Absolutely.
4 receptions for 64 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
Old Walker Little, Casey High came out there. Tiger Woods came out. And I've played at UCF before. It is a nightmare. They have this little, like this metal bleachers just amplifies the heat, and they go out there, and these guys from Florida just walk all over you. And, yeah, Case, thanks for sharing that story.
Dude,
there, pal. I know that was
Bro.
that game, the Stanford game. Well, that year it was funny because that was my junior year, and I'm like, I'm going to the NFL. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm leaving. So I go to my academic advisor before that game, and I go, well, before that season ended up starting that same week, and I go, her name's Tara Hill, and she's the best. Love her to death. She's awesome.
Shout out, Terry. We love
Yeah.
her.
And I told her, hey, don't bother me with schoolwork and tutoring. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to the league after this anyway. Like, don't even worry about it. I don't have to worry about it.
I'm not here to
Exactly.
school.
And me and her had such a great relationship. She's like, okay, whatever. Then I knew we were playing Stanford. I knew Paulson Adebo was out there. At that point in time, he was a big recruit. And I, studied him so hard, bro, to make sure I had a touchdown on him because I wanted to make a point. And I don't know why I took that so, it's not even like that play changed anything. Like, that game didn't, but I just took it so seriously, and I knew that he was going to jump the routes. Like, I knew he was jumping routes. He was really good. I'm in and out of his breaks. So the touchdown I had on was this nice double move that I, really sold. I sold that shit so hard because I got to score and end up making the play. But I didn't even know Tiger was there. But I wasn't even into golf, back then, so I would have been like, oh shit, cool, that's Tiger Woods. But now if I see him, I'll probably cry.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like Stanford was crying. Sounds like it was a pretty emotional locker room that really did not correlate to the football field.
No.
Dude, so you talked about in your presser coming back to Buffalo, the brotherhood in this whole thing, right? And that's a word that's thrown around a bunch with Buffalo, but it's true. And you've always been about relationships. You've always been about garnering them and amplifying them. And one of the things that you've always done since I've known you is throw a poker night. Okay.
Yep.
It started out as folklore. It started out as like a little mom and pop shop, right? Just a few folks coming over, chewing the fat, having some fun. It turned into quite the ordeal with loads of folks, a little bit of booze. It's game week. We're not going to booze up too hard, but enough to get the chips flowing, right? The Holy Ghost kind of going through the fingers. And so in that same vein, we're going to do a new segment called Fold or All In. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt you with a few things, and you're going to say, I'm all about it, I'm all in, or I'm folding.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll start with Thursday night football, right? You have your primetime game, but it's on a short week. Are you folding or are you all in on Thursday night football?
I'm all in, and the reason I'm all in is because of that
Damn
weekend.
competitor.
That week, no, no, it's the weekend that's coming up.
Yes, sure,
It's those 10,
sure.
11 days or whatever we get that we get to rest for sure. It's that long weekend we get. That's why I'm for those Thursday night games.
Well, I would say it depends on when it was in the year, right? Like if it was early in the year, you get
Mitch
that
is
maybe
definitely a
right before the
fold
break.
on that.
Fold,
Yeah,
100%.
you're a
Like,
fold.
dude, especially when I hit my 30s, you had to wheelchair me into that facility. My elbows were balloons, but
Yeah.
those 2 days, like even if it's just 2 days completely off, there's something about that in season because it's just so trying, and having that is fun, especially if you come out with a win. You get through it. Like once you through warm ups, it's cool, but it's just like the short. There is a little liberty, and there is a little bit of relief in just having a short game plan, right? Like you a lot of carryover. There's not much. Like there's only so much you can do, so it's just kind of like play free and fly around. But yeah, I'm folding on that big. Okay, next one is COVID vaccines. I'm just kidding. Please don't answer that. Please don't answer.
Oh, I was about to
Don't.
go in, dude.
No.
This is a non-political show.
Don't answer that. Okay, so next one, kind of in the same vein, is Toradol. Gabe, are you folding or are you all in on Toradol?
Dude, I'm all in.
Yes.
Bro. Dude, I had high ankle sprains like 2 or 3 years in Buffalo. Bro, there's one game I took 4.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
Just for me to run off first play and still feel the pain.
That's okay, but you know what? You were in a better mood. A little bit of loopy, maybe. 4 of them's quite at the feet. Were you ever around for the Toradol shot? Were you ever around?
Oh, I wasn't there. Nope. Nope. Only pills, bud. Only pills.
You used to be able to put it in your pregame IV, and it would give you this like warm feeling, like your lungs open up a little more. You can see clear. If you're wondering, I'm all in.
I think I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah,
Get the shot.
I'll get the shot back.
Yeah, get the
Yeah,
shot.
I mean,
back.
there's
Let's
different
come to
avenues.
the fucking Toradol
There's
shot
different
back.
avenues. We can talk about it off air. Like,
My day was the cortisone shots.
yeah. So Casey actually played a little
Directly
professional
in.
hockey,
Oh shit.
and he's actually playing a little bit of hockey after this. He said he's at a big day. He's going to throw some dudes through the fucking glass.
You're gonna play hockey tonight?
Oh, 9:45, buddy.
Yeah, he's a loon. He's a
Got a
loony
game
tune. We
tonight.
love him to death. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. No, what
I
do
was
you got
getting
for
the
it?
cortisol. I was getting the cortisol shot every game in UCF because I had AC. I was getting that shot every week.
Well, you were already 30 when you were in
Yep.
college. All right. Hey, next one. I don't really know the term. Case kind of held my hand through this, but pocket jacks or pocket hooks in actual poker.
Pocket.
2 jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, I looked it up. ChatGPT is one heck of a guide.
Yeah.
I asked it, what's the worst hand you can get? And all the professionals hate pocket jacks. I guess it depends on the context, but what are you doing there with it, bud?
Yeah, pocket jacks. Well, it doesn't matter. Even though I hate the hand, I'm still 3-betting for sure. Raising pre or 3-bet, whatever the case may be. And then as soon as you're in with pocket jacks, it's either you get a jack on the flop and you're running, or there's going to be an ace on the flop and you're beaten. So,
Or a king and a queen.
yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, like, usually
Yeah.
with the pocket jacks, I'm always running into aces. I'm always running into a pair of aces
Right.
every single time. But when you hit those pocket jacks on the flop, you get trips. Oh man, you get a little bubbly inside. Probably feels good with the pocket jacks.
It's like that Toradol shot.
Yeah,
dude.
until the
But
flop.
those things do suck. They do suck.
I feel like my grandma watching football. I conceptually understand that you're talking about poker, but I have no idea what's going on there. But, okay, it's good to know. Good to know. Okay, so the next thing is something called a ritual rage retreat.
Right now, I feel. What do you feel?
Have you ever heard of a ritual rage retreat?
No, but I can.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this. It's when people pay a few $1,000s, usually gals, sometimes dudes, and they go out into the woods and they just scream.
I've seen those videos.
And they scream about their feelings. They scream about how sad they are, how scared they are. It's a wild deal, but supposedly it's very beneficial. Gabe, would you ever find yourself out there paying a month's worth of mortgage in the woods to scream about your feelings?
No, but would I pay to watch?
Yeah, sure. Everyone would.
Would I pay to watch?
Everyone would. That is not an original. I saw that on the Tom Segura podcast, and I just thought I'd give you a shout on that. The last and final one is something near and dear to our hearts. Casey's going to give us a prompt. It's male pattern baldness. Male pattern baldness. Are you all in, or are you folding on male pattern baldness?
I think we know that I'm folding on male pattern.
Yeah, we're all folding on it. It's not the most fun.
Yeah, it's
Are we
definitely
all-
a depressing time. Depressing times in our life for sure.
We've all had to we've all had to walk the walk. We've all went through it, but we've come out the other side. And just to show that you had it, you've had it. You posted this photo yesterday, and I got to tell you, it got me fired up. Talk about you and your buddy Jordan, your brother, posted some serious hair, dude, some serious lettuce. Case, do you have that picture for us, bud?
Look at that.
Look at
Just
that.
two thugs.
Look in front of the Subaru. It's two thugs.
Bro,
I
listen,
mean, I would kill for that hair.
I
You kidding
had
me?
Bro, my fro was insane. And then I ended up cutting it off. I don't know why I cut it, honestly. Thinking back
That's
on
when it started. Once your hair knows you don't want it anymore, it just starts dipping out.
yeah, it started dipping out once I got to my last year in college for sure.
Yep,
Definitely.
college did it to me.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts to
Good.
think.
Did it to me. Now we're on to one of my favorite segments called Mitch's Mailbox. Gabe, we scoured the internet. Strangers sent in their videos, questions for you.
Okay.
And we're hoping you can answer them as truthfully as possible. So for the first one, it's AK out of Tennessee. AK, can you post that up there?
Gabe Davis, big fan here, AJ Klein, Middle Tennessee. Been reading in the news about your rehab and your progress. There's a rumor swirling out there that you may or may not have drank milk straight from a cow's udder to help with your rehab process. Can you confirm or deny this rumor for us?
Okay.
Go
What do you
Bills.
got for AK? Old AJ Klein. Did you do it? And if you did you put mouth to teat? Did you have 6 feet of separation as COVID protocol, or did you kind of split the difference there, bud?
I put it in my hand. But honestly, I'd put it on the teat.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I'd put it on the teat if I need to, but
Yeah,
I'm all
straight
about that
teat.
raw milk.
Of course.
All about
It's all about living natural, putting your mouth on a teat. Sometimes it's all you need.
yeah.
That was a great question from AK from Tennessee. The second one's IB out of Iowa. IB.
Hey Gabe, it's Ike.
Look
Huge
at that hat.
fan. 2 questions for you. Number 1, how's the golf game? I know you've been in the lab. I know you're getting healthy. I know it's feeling pretty good. Seen some videos on Instagram. And number 2, I know you've hosted quite a few poker games at your house. Just wanted to know the best day or evening that you had at the table, and maybe the worst. Love you,
I don't know
buddy.
who that is. That guy's got a great hat and just a great presence about him. IK, I think that's Ike Butker out of Iowa. What do you got? He gave you a 2-parter. He asked
He
about your
did.
golf game and then asked about your best and worst poker. What do you got for us there,
My
Gabe?
golf game, by the way, shout out Ike. Love that guy.
What a horse, dude.
But golf game is solid. I was playing with Spencer's clubs since I've been up here. And they're like extended like 4 inches.
He's about 7'4". Yeah,
It's
he's a
been
big-
great. It's been great. Those clubs
Really?
oh bro. It's been so that's probably the best I've hit irons like ever in my life was with his clubs, honestly.
So you're gonna make the change.
I would have thought that. I would have thought that
Dude,
would have been
I thought
totally
it was
different. I
too.
would have thought you'd been
I
chunking the
thought
hell
it
out of
was
it.
too. I thought it was too. But for some reason, I was just getting great contact. I was hitting my 5-iron like 225 yards. It was nuts.
Well, we know that in every facet of life, it's all about the length.
Dude.
And it's all about the length and putting the mouth on the teat.
And then poker, the best thing ever was when I came back here for a visit, and they hosted a poker game. And
What'd you do to him, Gabe?
I'll just tell you right now, it got to a point to where I just didn't even want to bet too much anymore just because I was whooping them so bad. And then Spencer was like, wow, man, great. Gabe's back. Love it. So happy he's going to be back on the team. But I took home a good chunk of change for sure.
Well, you'd see guys come back after Tuesdays, because Mondays were the big poker nights. You have that off day on Tuesday, and you'd either see guys beaming, or you'd see them really in a tough spot. I think Tommy Doyle probably wore it most on his face. Forgive us, Gabe. That is episode 3 of this podcast, so we're figuring this out on the fly. The last thing I want to do is cut you off, but
You're good.
we're on to the third question, which is SB out of New York.
Gabe, Spencer Brown, huge fan ever since the
Big clubs.
Chiefs playoff game, if I do say so myself. I think he had 4 touchdowns that game. Do you think you scored because of your God-given, natural, beautiful route running ability, or more so the protection giving Josh time to find you? Just think about it. Secondly, this is like a late night at your house kind of question. Are you a guy that falls asleep with the TV on, or do you turn everything off before you go to bed? I think people would be curious to know the answer. But love you, dude.
A lot of love from these questions. One professional, one fairly sensual. Gabe, what do you got for us, buddy?
Definitely the O-line, obviously. Come on, man. The boys are protecting 17. Like, come on. Like, what am I supposed to say? Because of me? Like, that doesn't even want, bro.
You sure could.
No,
you sure could. I would hang up this phone call. That's for sure.
Yeah. No. 100% the O-line. Give them all the props every single time.
Love
and
that.
then when I sleep, I turn on
mouth on the teat, bud.
I turn on a black screen. It has rain sounds, and I go to sleep to rain sounds.
Well, so it sounds like someone might have their mouth on your teat when they go to bed.
I get mixed
also
reviews on that.
You get mixed reviews, but I also know you probably watch Street Beefs.
You know what? Oh yeah, I love Street Beefs.
Which is a bananas thing. Paint a picture for folks. It's just unmitigated fun on the internet. No sanctions. It's just a bunch of fellas and a bunch of gals in a cage and God knows where, just figuring it out. And I've never seen Gabe happier than when he was with his buddies and he was watching Street Beefs.
Dude, that show is so sick. Just watching like some unexperienced people just brawl in the middle of like someone's backyard. They call it Satan's backyard. It's crazy.
The devil is always ever present in those.
And then it's like I don't even know what the walls are made out of, but their head like hits the wall, and you're like, bro, that shouldn't even be there. Like there should be pads there, but they're like falling against wood.
Well, they got to fit their sponsorships in there too.
Dude, no, I know, but that's insane. But wait, before we go into the next thing, there was a question, because since all these people are asking me questions, I have a question. It's probably, I don't know if it'll make the pot or not. That's but when you shit, do you lean on the toilet or do you stand up?
To wipe or to poop?
To wipe. To wipe.
Oh. To say to pooping, I'm on the toilet. I mean, the only reason why I'd be standing up is if I can't make it to the toilet. Well, so I'll say as a young man, I was a quarter squat kind of guy, but as I've gotten older and matured more, I'm now like a lean forward, get wipe. I feel like it gets more cheek spreadage.
Yep.
But sometimes if you stand up, you can use a little momentum, like a little rotational core on their thing. Well, here's another one. Are you a folder or you bunch that thing up?
I'm a folder.
That's insane. Both you guys are crazy. I mean, you got poop on your hand. That's what happens.
Well, yeah.
You
What if
poop
you
on
get
your
poop
hand.
on your hand? Like, what if you get no?
How do you not have poop on your hand if you fold?
If you don't fold and you have it all bunched up, right? Say like the paper moves or something, and then it like, no, I fold it, and I wipe it, and then if you have it bunched up and you go back there. When you go to wipe, it could like move or something. Then you get on your finger. Then you got to like pull that trick out.
Well, first of all, no one's putting poop in their armpit. All right? That's an insane move.
My grandpa did.
No.
He said
No,
he did
dude.
that. He said he wiped his butt and he got poop on his face. He's like, man, God, dang, come on, man. And he went like that.
But no, okay. Folding. All right. This will be.
Folding is definitely the play.
All right, I'll give it a go. I've never gotten poop in
Folding's the way
and
to
then
go.
standing up while you shit is crazy. But
no one stands while you poop, dude.
I was flying to California and I I came out of the bathroom because I had to go. So like I was screaming at the lady like, "Yo, I need to go bad."
Sure.
And I
Happens.
stood up because I'm not sitting on the toilet in the thing.
Yeah.
And I came out of the thing, and she's like, "Are you like okay? Like, are you fine?" And I'm like,
No, I stood up while I pooped.
"Yeah,
Was that the plane? Was that the plane they had to divert because of a
bro."
diarrhea
I don't know.
incident?
Something just hit me, and then I because I put toilet paper on the seats. By the way, shout out Jake Kumro. He says that's weird if you do that. Teach his own, whatever.
I've never done it.
Of course, I put
I've
toilet
never
paper
done it.
on the seat, and I couldn't do it this time. So I'm like on the wall, and I'm like this, and I'm like, bro, and it was bad, dude. And I came out, and the lady was like, "Are you all right? Like, what happened?" And I was like, "I got no idea what happened." Like
Yeah,
that.
no. I blacked out.
I blacked
There's
out.
poop in the toilet. I blacked out. I don't know how I got here, but
I was
I
like,
screamed. I cried.
yeah, it was bad.
That's
I don't know
beautiful.
how we got on shit.
No, it's because you did what you were supposed to do, which was get off topic. I love where that went, and we're gonna have a little more fun continued in our last segment, which is get it off your chest, Gabe.
Okay.
We started this podcast, Monday Mornings with Mitch podcast, because it was something that we did post games in Jeff Mazurk's office. Had that couch, we'd sit there, we'd just chew the fat, because Mondays we have a lot of time to kill. Let's just call a spade, right? And so I'm going to get something off my chest. All right. It could be about football. It could be about life. And then you'll have an opportunity to get whatever you want off your chest. I'll go first. Okay. So Gabe and I get down to Jacksonville together, through different avenues. I got cut. Gabe signed a big deal. And the first time we really get to meet everyone, you meet some guys when you're in there early, just who get to OTAs early, but it's really the physical day, right? We have the team meeting and then we're meeting everyone. And a few weeks before we had gotten there, we had both attended the same wedding, which was Greg Mance's wedding. Okay. And Greg Mance's wedding was a lot of fun, maybe a little too much fun for your boy. And I got lit up, dude. I got so lit up on the brown water that I didn't just start weeping. I started sobbing. And it was like, and to a point where people were like, dude, ew, gross, stop. And ew, dude, come on. And I just got real friendly with everyone, cried like strangers were coming up to console me. I went to bed and I woke up, I looked at my wife and she's like, you just got to wear that a badge of shame, dude. Like this part of the gig. You thought it was hilarious. It was hilarious. And when we got to Jacksonville, probably the first 30 minutes, I see Gabe. It's my buddy. Right. Cool. We can all meet everyone together. Fine. So we're going to meet everyone. Took him about 30 seconds every time I met someone to tell them that I cried at weddings. So about the first 20 people that I met were like, hey, this is Mitch. He cries at weddings. It sucks, dude. So the next 2 days, because it was a short week, I avoided you like the plague. Because I didn't want the whole team to know that I cried at this wedding. And I feel bad about it because my wife said I should have just worn that badge of shame with honor. And the great thing about you is you're real. And if you cry at a wedding, you should tell people. And this is my opportunity to do that. I want to get that off my chest. I'm sorry for avoiding you. And at weddings, I don't drink as much brown water anymore because it just seems to get me out, dude. It just seems to bring out the demons and the sad, happy demons.
Gets emotional.
Dude, I had no idea that you were even avoiding me. So
yeah. Well, there you go. So I just told the world that I cried at a wedding a lot, and that's really fun. So, Gabe, you have an opportunity. It could be anything. And if you don't want to, that's fine. But if there's anything on your chest, anything on your mind, let it rip.
Well, I could talk about you. I remember my first 2 years, I genuinely thought that you did not like me whatsoever.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry.
And you probably did.
I
And I was like, I wonder what I did to him to where he just doesn't want to talk to me. Like, I feel like when we were at the table, you kind of like look everywhere but my direction. And I was like, I wonder what I did to him. And then all of a sudden, we just hit it off.
Totally. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had some emotional demons I needed to cry out, but I'll tell you what, I probably was not in the best mental space those first few years in Buffalo, just trying to deal with my own stuff. And what that did was manifest sometimes in relationships. So when that did click, that was a beautiful thing. What I do is I pride myself on putting myself around people that I think are real folks, are good folks, and in the building are professionals. And you showed yourself a professional through and through and a person that cared about others. You cared about realness, which I know is a word thrown about a bunch. But you've always been a great friend. You've always been very loyal, always shown up when you least expect it until you get to really know you. And then you think to yourself, of course, you'd show up. So I just want to know, this is getting weird. I'm not getting in the weird crying mood, but I appreciate you, pal. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you those first 2 years. It wasn't a you problem, buddy. It was a me problem. But,
No, I appreciate you saying that, bro.
But you're the man.
I love you.
Truly, it's just such a treat to see you smile, and that sounds so weird. I wish I hadn't said that, but
It's like an old man saying.
Yeah, I am an old man, and I love you, dude, and I'm so happy to see where this year takes you. It's going to be big things when February rolls around and people are talking about the comeback that you had. We'll all sit here and say we knew this was coming down the pipe. So, Gabe, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. We love you to death. I know it wasn't the easiest getting on here tonight at 8 o'clock, but thank you for joining us.
Nah, man, love you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
Be good.
brother.
All right, see you.
And there's nothing I can do about it now.